Hi, this is Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. It's a battle on the Serene Coast map, and we're following DG Toasted from Fiddy Clan. He's in the Object 260, which is the Tier 10 reward tank for the last version of the personal campaign missions. Now that's open to all players, so now the Object 260, the original Object 260 was the prototype for the IS-7 and was actually built. Anyway, in the game, the main difference between the IS-7 and the Object 260 is the speed of the tank. So you can see it's basically well in advance of the other tanks there. But otherwise, yeah, it's got very similar armor and gun characteristics. Anyway, so they've spotted a few tanks there. CS-59, he's taken a hit from there, bounced a round from Scorpion off his gun turret. He's penetrated the Egg Tiger there, tier 9. Now, his top tier in this game, it's in 357 matchmaking, so 3 tier 10s, 5 tier 9s, and 7 tier 8s. So, plenty of tank destroyers, as you can see. So, trying to get rid of there. There's some artillery, so he's just been splashed by the arty and taken a little bit of damage. So, and there you go, he's lost a little bit more damage. So, the Batchat 155-58 is a, yeah, it's basically a 3-round auto-loading mechanism. Okay, yep, gets another good hit into the Egg Tiger. He was firing standard ammo at the time, but just using premium there to try and get rid of that TD. And there he goes. So first kill of the game to Toasty. He's got that CS-59, but yeah, standard gun depression, probably not enough to shoot that tank without, exposing himself to the tanks below. So noticing there's been a push around, quite a substantial push there. Puts a shot into the IS-4, and this is going to keep focusing him there. So the IS-4 is not paying attention, but showing his rear. So good awareness there from Toasty. And the IS-4 has gone down. He's got the Udis there, the tier 9 Swedish medium, so no problem there penetrating. And just bounced a shot from his turret off the CS-59, but looking for other targets there before he pushes on. There's obviously some tank destroyers at the back there, but it's a tier 8 T-32 there, so shouldn't have any problem going through there. It's still firing premium ammunition, but is he going to swap out? Not just at this stage, just waiting to reload, get rid of the T-32. And yep, he's just clicked back to standard, realising that yeah, he can go through the tier 8s without any problem with his standard rounds there. Plenty of tanks now being spotted, so that initial push by the enemy was basically, yeah, fairly useless. And just lining tanks up there, missed the Scorpion there, I'm not sure whether he just didn't aim in long enough. But I think now he can probably push in on that CS-59, or at least try and get a side shot using some of the rocks in front of him as cover, but just waiting to see if he gets spotted. So he puts in a blind shot there to where the Scorpion was, and the Panther 2. You can see he's up to nearly 4,000 damage now. He's also got quite a fair bit of assisted damage, so it's not bad. But that takes into account the fact that he's in a very forward position and basically spotting damage for people. So it gets another hit into the Scorpion. And now I think he's got the confidence to move forward and take a piece out of the CS-59, which he does. CS-59 turns around, but yep, that basically exposes the rear into the other tanks with him. So basically the game's turned quite substantially in favour of Toasty's team. So he's taking advantage of that and pushing further forward. Again, you can see speed downhill, nearly 60 k's. So you can see the advantages of this particular tank. It's used in Clan Wars for that purpose, so depending on the map type, doesn't get picked all the time, but yeah, where the map requires tanks to get into position quickly, it can be picked. Although not quite as fast as the medium tanks, particularly things like the C-63. Now, it takes a quick snapshot at the Scorpion there, but didn't shout Russia at the time, so didn't get done. Takes a hit from the Panther II and decides, well, I'm going to give you a favour in turn, take you out of the game, sends him back to the garage. So now looking for some additional damage. He's up to 5k of damage directly, and just looking for those targets there. He's got 2 Scorpions. In fact, there's the 3rd Scorpion there, shooting underneath the railway line. It's pretty clever there. Just taking advantage of the gap and the positioning of the Scorpion. Now, he's going to be showing the side of his turret to that Scorpion, so I think that Scorpion has backed away a little bit. No, he hasn't, but he puts in a big shot there and bounces the return shot. So the enemy tanks are now starting to melt. There's not that many tanks left. He's up to 6.3k damage. There goes another Scorpion. Will he get any more damage? There's only the 50 TP and the 54E1, who haven't been seen for a while. In fact, may not have been spotted, so most likely they're on the peninsula. So although tanks are camping on his side, Toasty's rushing to get back to his own base to try and get more damage. And we'll see what happens to that T-92 Artie. If he dies, then you'll know they're in that position there. And there you go, they're on base, so starting to cap. So you've got an object 140 using its speed to get there. So the SM is camping on the cap to get some cap points, but I don't think they're too worried about losing this game at this point. So Toasty's pushing in, 28 seconds left before they cap. And that's been reset a little bit by the object 140. And this Toasty's coming in. Will he get any more damage? Just pushing the 180 out, 40 out of the way. No, just misses that shot. Samir's come off cap and he's basically got the rear of the 50 TP. So it brings up 6.8. Will he get 7k damage? Oh, get some nice ram damage there. Yes, he goes over 7k. So well done. Nearly 3k, over 3k of assisted damage. So excellent result there. 10k combined at least. So that was an ace tanker game for Toasty. Got the high caliber award for the most damage in the game and the steel wall for bouncing at least 1,000 hit points of damage. See, he got just under 4k of assisted damage. A fair bit of that was from the IS-4 that he tracked, and 7.4k of his own damage. So well over 10k there. In fact, nearly, well, actually 11k of combined damage. That gave him 1459 base experience, which for a tier 10 is pretty high level there. So that's a great result. So even though he was facing tier 8s and so on, tier 10s tend not to get much over 1,000 base experience. Compared to the rest of his team, the Object 140 did 2.5k nearly, but yeah, obviously standing back. So he fired 24 shots, 21 connected, and 18 of those penetrated. That gave him his damage totals there. He earned a fair bit of credits there with some boosters, lost a small amount of credits there, but most of that was down to the consumables that he was using, having to be resupplied. Anyway, great game, Toasty, and thanks for the content.